ayenkunimdie ede amaupi ene eye joa that is 6th of July 2026. We trust that this morning's program will be a great blessing to you. Memko bebia sebri binti ube pia ko bebidia ene fa phone no and our gadget bia na ko YouTube. Search for TAC TV because we are live on YouTube aside your television screens this morning. Meeting Eddie Henry Agbozo anopei mene minuyaba Jasmine Ayongo ena ebedi jumedie nim Jasmine mwakwaba besama machinzo. A week by this time it was obekase yenua. Aha, yenua. You know, a week by this time was crazy all over the city, flooding. But ene nyamede adum ye. You know, Omama Yati I think Interior Minister or circulating message in Rase about 40% chances of rainfall. But I hate the I don't know if there was rains where you are coming from.
Oh no, but the clouds were big. You could tell say na
that means there was still a year instead of for a message maybe from the Interior Minister 40% chances of rainfall. Upia na waye ahweye will be too shine no baby wo how them say flood ya na waye ahweye so still kudos to all the victims that were affected by the flood. Empire bonse nyankopon obedumaboa mo na de ahwere mu nyina no wahye mo na mu kwan so nkoso metimi egina monaso ye pa. Jasmine, what is the lineup for this morning?
Right, so as usual we're starting with wisdom nuggets and no na eja e de motivate your home and encourage your home kakra and no we get free Proverbs chapter 6 verses 6 to 8.
Okay.
A very interesting one.
Proverbs in wisdom.
A very interesting one at that. Now, or say, yeah, you use amplified version.
Okay.
Or say, go to the ant, O lazy one. Observe her ways and be wise, which having no chief, overseer, or ruler, she prepares her food in the summer and brings in her provisions in the harvest. Now, amplified, they won't even that. Let me quote what is in the bracket. Let me go over again. Proverbs 6, verses 6 to 8. Amplified version says, go to the ant, O lazy one, observe her ways and be wise, which having no chief, overseer, or ruler, she prepares her food in the summer and brings in her provisions of food for the winter in the harvest. I said, where pain.
Yeah.
I'm sure anyone who is watching us know active pain. They describe it. Now, you know, some people might try to justify to some extent. You can't lazy and not so be on page Juma and there. But today I'm trying to be a little bit controversial.
Okay.
Say bibi esi we nisu au pese we and you keep giving excuses out of fear.
Okay.
That to me, in a way, even though it's out of fear, why should you not fear? Who do fear nature? Not quite so we are lazy.
Yeah. A bit me a quadro.
Exactly.
That means you name the also ye na no, and also when you bit me a quadro.
And you know, also bringing it to the normal layman's terms. You're student.
Yeah.
So uko school. Into Kenika, there will be a timer. So utro test.
Yeah.
That's all shit.
Yeah.
Now you have a term or a semester that takes like 3 months or sometimes 4. Now a month to exams.
Yeah, sure.
It's a week to exams. Revision week.
Also, you're nice.
Right. And yeah, grow. You know, and the brain doesn't work like that. Yeah, yes, I see why you do. You kind of say true and poor.
Yeah.
Now draw now riff. Your mind goes blank. It doesn't work like that. There is a reason why repetition is necessary. Consistency is necessary because that is how nyame aye adweno. You know, when you're constantly reading something, into na more asofo because they be a more kind Bible. Some of the verses just comes naturally. Fine. Someone will try to spiritualize it and be like, "Is the Holy Spirit?" Yes. For us Christians, the Holy Spirit teaches us.
Absolutely.
Some of the words you may not remember the verses. He brings it out, but it means so or why it's because of how He has wired the brain.
Yeah.
When you're constantly reading over something now, it just pops out without you thinking about it.
Absolutely.
Until waiting till it's almost time. Of course, who drew exams? You go blank.
Yeah. You know, I think this scripture is very significant. Mihunu enema be major. First, it talks about preparation.
Right.
Or say konteti anchen nakusuya nyansa. Then anteti ane obuabo eduane ano when the weather is favorable to him in quote. Sene ebeya edu emra won't be mpie nkohwe eduane a obe isu se eduane. So I see preparation here. Sene wo kan ye no bibia ebeya anomontu bia no etwa se ye prepare way ahead of time. Right. You know, in the period of waiting, there is a need that you prepare, you put yourself together and plan.
Right.
Me who plan so a high pa. Any say obi epie enedua day or continue to maybe it just say o planning, it just say o prepare Emma da boni. Aha, it just say to me prepare Emma nenyina da boni so account. Poor preparation definitely will lead to failure. Right. But proper preparation would always guarantee your success. And it's a major thing that I see here. They are talking briefly personal leadership. Okay. Also, she and Tetia, only your chef, only ruler, but in Tetia, no, it me planning. So I see self leadership here. I just say, obe blame for whatever happens to you. The first person to lead is yourself. And until you be a leader, ewa brabo emu. It was so ankasa ofa abrabo no hye wonsa. Now do anim kan. Men blame me wo fa so be family akọ abrochi no am family anko. Na me ma me sebio free mu. Na me papa is dey bi. Wan kasa fa wa brabo no hye wonsa. And lead yourself to the destination where God is leading you.
Right. I like that a lot. Be a meeting no, me papa be a meeting no, or say it's better to prepare and not have an opportunity than to have an opportunity and not be preparation.
Absolutely.
I mean, come on. And I saw for you know, out of nowhere you can be called to give a sermon.
So
if you're not prepared,
exactly,
how do you go about it?
Do a sorry, preacher now, but near throw. Also, I was saying the original.
Right. And it's self-leadership. That's a new one. Thank you very much for that self-leadership. And yes, I think that is it. So you can pick other things from it. You know the verse. It's Proverbs chapter 6, verses 6 to 8. Over to me at all, Bonoa kind at your free time and get revelations out of it.
All right. Out of 4, Emra Edusi ye konia koshe eye kowa enkrate mu ye koso ewo Ghana mantem no bebre mu. Eno ntime nko be bia twen e beba sisi a newspaper review is next. Thank you so much, Otto for say Okosoa Eshe Tak TV. Emre say Beko Krowa Enkratemo Namayemfa Daily Graphic Indican and the Anope Yeshe Daily Graphica. The banner headline also government settles $700 million Eurobond debt. Just say Ekatri pa a Ghana dieno abayno or Maya Hotoso say was settle sa ekano. You will see the picture of the finance minister, Dr. Kaysel Atto Forson. Ewo ehonum. After say government activate post-flood recovery. Post-flood recovery. Just ensure to net na watching armed forces. They are leading operational response. Eye ashraf for ekukudampa. Ena abayno ashe wong say won't lead the operational response. No said the beya ensure tatai emiamia pi. You know, so Jasmine, there was a worrying news this morning after the flood. No, you say emura atwimura begukrom, and unti emia pi wo there is a fear of cholera outbreak now. So I think it's a good call, say, armed forces, or more leading,
Right.
you know, the operational response. They
Right.
say, Omobe na they will say MC, yeah, Abamo Jumai for name, put them, ya clear, because you'll be very devastating, say, after flood now,
Right.
cholera, I don't know,
And also, right. I'm glad, say, sorry, but as a mason, drag out the self-leadership thing.
Yeah.
Also, maybe say, see, now we always want to blame the government, irrespective of who is in government. The party be also, we want to blame our leaders instead of taking responsibility.
At least
we lead ourselves. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, there have been videos that people were caught red-handed in Shotona or Papa be the chain on us, like we are not stopping.
Yeah.
We are not stopping. And this is terrible.
Yeah, I see a crunch the money, ABNCO at that time, or one time, sorry, refuse at that time, baby. Abomodinga na di hujuma as far as you can, na emboye nyina. But the government has activated a post-flood recovery according to the Daily Graphic. Final one here also margins delivers first ID system for Gambia. You can read that story on page 16 of the Daily Graphic. 42nd National Farmers Day launched, and also page 13 of the Daily Graphic. That's all for the front page of the Daily Graphic this morning.
Okay, see, I'm also taking you to the Chronicles, and with the front page of the Chronicles, or say, boldly written, or say 100% tiling of compounds is the cause of floods. 100% tiling of compounds is the cause of floods.
Yeah.
International Association of World Peace, I think, advocates, and Samson will say 100% tiling of compounds is the cause of floods. I'm curious.
Obia person if you fe nti sifie wi a on se tete na bi ho a be grow grass on the compound. Na mango bi si high kutu bi si abase say there. You see, we are compound when you chat house and our pavement block and our concrete cement. Right. So almost say a banisa, water is able to percolate into the soil. You say it will run off the surface, air tiles especially. There is no space for the water to seep into the soil, you know, into a runner and also count the flooding. So I think say foot to my yes, if you at least enjoyed your grass my pavement tile in P, especially on the compound.
Right.
And you them there not. And you say a say tile for Juma. But on the compound you enjoyed your grass.
Indeed. If not for anything, Krana Jim say you shall know a train or primary school say in the is carbon dioxide now
absolutely a chain.
Almost chain there's an exchange.
Now you do a science power.
Okay, so still on the front page of the Chronicle, say Ocheng Hene angry over disposal of refuse into drains. They say Ocheng Hene.
Yeah.
Worfu papa. Say run a di gugu gates money and they didn't come once you turn off in and when you brea mushi ni kotoku. Nyame shemo. They worfu papa. You can get more of this story. Now over the picture eboho kama just any worfu. Still on the front page of the Chronicle, or say Mahama Cares takes awareness campaign to Kumasi Chiefs. Mahama Cares takes awareness campaign to Kumasi Chiefs, and I believe that is all I have on the front page of the Chronicles. Also, for what you
alright, the young called Daily Guide, the front page of the Daily Guide, and pay. Or say ex NAFCO boss arrested at airport and lawyers bare teeth. A national buffer stock or more ex penino say yachono airport. Maybe say no maybe one ye one pencil. Now more say attention in the Juma. But obviously his lawyers are not happy about that. Good news here. Or say we've cleared cocoa farmers arrears according to Cocoa Board. Na obehu eye rande abe mfoni wo ho agene spectacles kama pa say omakle cocoa farmers arrears. A good news because said na ekoso no na sebio emuya dinkakra se cocoa for atom cocoa yentua moka ene ade
I'm wondering how the
Cocoa Board see ometua ade a good news. Then we hope that scan ebeduru omobotom enye se esensen wie mu keke. High Court approves Abu Trike's extradition. After Momo vendor kills robber at Lashibi This is a very fascinating one, page 3 of the Daily Guide. So we no ewo lashibi momo vendor ho. You know, sometimes they attack this momo vendor because when him say cash
right.
but send a canon collaborate nyame on pebone momo vendor nemo wetimi ekuno. But definitely I believe the police will look into it. Na the eseno ye ato government reviews student punishment regime. The Home Education Minister Nfoni ewo Haruna Idrisu Infoni ewo honom. That's all for the front page of the Daily Guide this morning.
All right, I'm also taking you to the front page of the New Crusading Guide. The New Crusading Guide now boldly written on it, or say High Court granted Hanan Abdul Wahab permission to travel before airport arrest. Lawyers to sue. The whole picture no ewo ho kama. And then still on the front page, say Ochen Hene Accra floods demand environmental change. And then beside him, and the picture no so boho kama. Beside him, so we also see the picture of Gusitano and the weight of the NDC chairmanship. NDC for airpay still on the front page, I say Asensu Boache Rights on Garrett project. Asensu Boache Rights on Garrett project. And then finally, as a Toko News lawyer Femi Falana tears into ECOWAS court ruling.
All right. Mayanko, the front page of the Daily Statesman. Daily Statesman, Ochehine story. Now, I'll say Accra floods must be a wake-up call. Ochehine urges change of attitude towards environment. MC Akasa Ansemia, your attitude. We hear you pass, you soon you're buying quiet tutu muregu, basa, choki gates, ye. So a good call by Ochehine Ewo Honum. AG deputy face contempt suit over airport arrest. Says Hasemi Betrego na watri pa afio see Bujinapo time to legislate evacuation policy. And the chatto cry on the front page of the Daily Statesman. Another pra rallies MPP in massive in some work. Omon ante jajia pomudin, omon ante so the Adrian party, and he's rallying the MPP, in a massive in work, and that's all for the Daily Statesman. And they are not paid.
Okay, Mr. Mendamo call the Informer, front page of the Informer, and I'll say Amidu's anti-corruption credibility in tatters as he advises Oforiatta not to cooperate with lawful investigation. And you can see on my picture, Martin Amidu, special prosecutor, and Ken Oforiatta on my picture, also. And then still on the front page, I say Ghana needs recurring Accra floods. Ghana needs bold leadership, not relief items, government told. You can get more to the story on page 4. Which I am in Nakakra because I'm thinking, say, yes, the leadership is needed, but are they just supposed to leave the victims just like that?
No,
so
definitely.
If they are giving them relief items, it's not that in the right direction.
Yeah, relief items, yeah, okay. The good thing, I believe, they say, what has to be done needs to be done. Said Obia ehonso ebetono. Yeah, Yanko the custodian. I don't we.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and it's also my
fine. Still on the front page of the Informer. So upon Nkrumah slams government again over flood response. You can find more to that on page 2. Still on the way, xenophobic attacks. Jinapo calls for Mahama Ramaphosa talks. Jinapo Kase.
President
Mahama ne Ramaphosa South Africa for president etna no mukasa because bibia nsem no edudu no nsem and finally I say Zoom Lion Ashanti RCC launch cleanup campaign and also get pa nyame nshiramo. That is all I have.
All right, and then call the custodian newspaper and pay I say don't trade lives for fiscal discipline. Minority calls government to spend to curb flood disasters. Don't trade lives for fiscal discipline. Have a government to honor farmers in Bono region while launching a 42nd National Farmers Day. Mijidi say you could afford it. You say about Wabasopa because eduane a yedi nyina everywhere. Yes, omobo ejuma pa. So just say 42nd National Farmers Day. No, abaya launch ewo bono raging a ye de bebo ekuafo abaso. Another press story ne san wa ha he leaves health work and he fires up NPP supporters for 2028 election. After you see AG in willful violation of court order, and also the front page of the Custodian newspaper. They try to cry fire guards Malcolm warehouse at Tema Free Zones Enclave. A very troubling one. Eja shishia pa empire born say ubia ho anka dia na asempa na ne o mahwere nso Rade insurance near the I will definitely make up for the loss. Right. That's all for the Custodian newspaper this morning.
Right. I'm also taking you to the front page of the Daily Searchlight. The Daily Searchlight. Now, I'll also say government to waste more state funds on new factory as Julius Deborah announces new palm oil factory. Searchlight, Daily Searchlight in and you can find more to the story.
What a headline.
Right. On page 2.
Oil palm factory.
Yes.
Quite diabolical.
There are reasons. I wish you could read more to that story. Anyways. Right. Still on the front page, I'll say GMET is warning more storms coming. I'll say widespread thunderstorms as Nigeria Benin rainstorm drives active weather system. You can find more to this on page 9. Bomodiana pe na kind story not to know more so that you know what to do in this weather.
Yeah, just a bit on the weather. No, sorry to cut in. Adebako eboa me personally weather.
Okay.
Oko AccuWeather. Just go to Google Chrome. Now type AccuWeather. ACCU weather.
Okay.
If it's able to predict rainfall in all parts of the world.
Right.
I think to some extent Abua. And so whilst Yeti Meteo for Interior Minister and so send SMS, which is very good.
Right.
Bakwa ebit media can my chef for AccuWeather. Just go to Chrome, Google Chrome, and our browser be na type ACCU weather. Ebwa and Pimpi is able to predict even hourly rains in your own locality. We be key locality now one na amount weather predictions. Me did say NSI to me abwa. Just a bit of information.
Also, for thank you so much for that. Right, and it's still on the front page of the Daily Searchlight. I'll see degrees must build skills, not just titles. Professor Asari and Educhum clash over useless degrees comment. Assembly is really, there have been instances where people have degrees, they are taken into jobs and they don't know what to do.
And
you wonder, what were they taught?
So the question always comes about our educational system.
Right.
The need to build a curriculum that will meet industrial needs, hands-on practice instead of theory. So I think say they be also me because we be school now and then not school no.
There's a big question on that. Even with the TV, I thought the TVET system was a bit different. But no matter say with hair braiding and the other ones, I think those ones are okay. You can start something on your own. But engineering part, mechanical part, I hear a few companies allegedly are saying, some of these students almost TVET in the mechanical way, almost banner. What they've been taught and what they are expected to do is a problem.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. So, like you said, our educational system needs.
But once we are waiting for the big one, attachments and so on.
Right.
Attachments. Right from level 100, go for industrial attachment. Nakusuya GDC area no kahwa. Ebebuapi. Yes, say your school level 100, 200. And your core companies and your attachments. And no ebuama unya skills even before you complete.
Right. And then finally, I'll say the most predictable outcome. Black Stars crash out after poor performance against Colombia.
Asemu na wabosi just.
Asemu. Chroma ID.
Ene ya nse jesi no. Omusha ankene nke be she jesi but anko yesa. I believe it's a call. Let's come back and build our team. I have said countless times and let's not pretend as if the team was fine.
Right.
In England a board draw no be any aje. You see you are the coach, It was quite funny to me because you didn't say team
right.
Into Yembra back, the Yembe team looking into the future. My your marketing should project and build a solid team.
Right.
A bit to me, Abua. But Yeshua, him. ena abrabo
right. I even heard say Carlos Queiroz has resigned.
Yes. Okonukrom.
Yeah, so
say we work up on you there be no.
Yeah, so all right. So that is all I have on the phone.
All right, let's quickly get to the Ghanaian publisher. Ex-NAFCO CEO airport arrest Yaken another. Minority also demand flood probe. Afe Accra floods a wake-up call or chehine and also Yakan that has scrap degree to know where Dr. Educhum MC also waka wasem dada. Abu Jinapo wants national evacuation policy. MC we na other papers no aka ho asem dada. That's all for the Ghanaian publisher no pay.
All right. Mr. Many more called graphic sports. Say why change winning goalkeeper? Clotte Fools over Asari's omission in Ghana's defeat, and you can find this more on page 6. Just all person just say no anka.
Now one goal no Gidi said one goal no Kasar mechi. You know, Atizigi also did his best.
Right,
I mean, only goalkeepers
right.
too. Atizigi the dem, and no pride, and Asari by. Obian Kasasaro, and the Wayadi being a Ghanaian player, Wako Shines and ye. But Team Nankasana, and yet
that is the problem.
Nankasana, Mamu Blemu, we see coach and Nadi, we see Asari Wumua, Maza. Team no enenye onye mbrefie na NBA team ni
all right, still on the front page of Graphic Sports was it we made Ghana believe again. Make Kanyana and on me pese be bosso. You know, some few years back now, yet is a Black Stars Kobo. Most of us were not interested in it. But this time around,
the love seemed
exactly
to be back.
And the unity. So me know even though we lost even though we lost, I am happy because it has in a way, pushed the love for us to want things that concerns the country. And the ababium. Yes, we're a bit sad, but kakraka.
I think it's a positive one. Bring back the love. Names are Juma. I think this World Cup should be the first time we share Ghanaian JC. So I think the love is back.
It is back. Still on the front page of Graphic Sports, also GBA election delays over funding challenges. GBA election delays over funding challenges. And GBA is Ghana Boxing Association.
Okay.
Yeah, or no na can't say more election. A delay over funding is 70. You can find that more of that on page 4. And finally, also Poku finds hope amid World Cup heartbreak. And that is all I have for you for graphics.
All right, my young BNF team we and then pay or say plastic pollution reaches danger zone. You name say plastic consent seminal. Ya de ha dwen ye pa na BNF report say baby adru ni de ya nhwe ano anso a ebe ha dwen. You can read more on that on page 3 of the BNFT. After market sees strong appetite for bond according to Cocoa Board, and also page 2 of the BNFT. We also ya Canada ID card for Gambia. No margins deliver first GAM ID, and President Barrow is inaugural recipient. Say asempa omabo adwuma yi pa ayetwa se yebo omo abaso. Finally here no Bernard Yao Ashide, he bows out after 15 years at BNFT. Wabo adwuma yi pa na say he has bowed out. That means ofi adwuma ni mo say retirement ana say ode na adwuma ato ho no Mejidi say opese wo na baso for BNFT 15 years there. It's a lot. Say wa bo adwumako ba ko a mfihie dunum. Wa ya there one pray no finally here front page of BNFT no. Or say Fiseman Community Bank post strong growth. Okay, Fiseman Community Bank. Fiseman Community Bank. Oma post strong growth pa. You can read more of that on page 2 of the BNFT. And that brings us to the end of the newspaper review. And then anope my uncle Swa embode ruse upia yesro fio hunsu ye senior interior minister circulating message no ensu betimi atop 40% chances of rainfall. And yesro uncle Swa anye ahwe emra ye pie. Let's stay tuned. Apostolic Insight is next. Me mbeti apostolic home enkomodie ne ne emaye down so ye beba sisia.
Hello there once again. A very good morning, Biom. In case now one Johnny and I feel Johnny and I welcome to the Morning Express and one more shut it down. So thank you for staying tuned with us. Now it is time for the Apostolic Insight segment, our Morning Express. So I do so na ene paying for a churching como if anyama if asafo no any asori no ho ne emma apostolic for a down so from the others. Now anopa we no we've started a series, last week, Nemo, Rules of Belief of the Apostolic Church Ghana. Rules of Belief of the Apostolic Church Ghana. Now, neno, the rule number 3, Rules of Belief number 3, no, share as here. Now, this morning to speak on this, no, we have our very own, Papa Biom, Pastor Isaac Obeng Adofo, Oye Dakuman District Pastor and on Habium Anopawi. Now, in their Rules of Belief number 3, no, or say, and I quote, your presence in the meetings of the church and abiding in full communion, that is, not to absent yourself more than 3 consecutive times from communion without sufficient reasons given for your presence. Mesa Bohobium, or say your presence in the meetings of the church and abiding in full communion. That is, not to absent yourself more than 3 consecutive times from communion without sufficient reasons given for your absence. Now, ye assemble jina assemble so from Hebrews chapter 10 verse 25. Anopa way Wasem and Ayebeka, Rules of Belief of the Apostolic Church, Rules of Belief number 3. Pastor, Aqua Babio.
Yeah, and Mama.
And Power look sharp, Papa. Edanyamiase, Edanyana Pacho, who ye dear,
and we are Pacho himself somewhere.
Yamiado.
Christus.
So for Pacho, Rules of Belief number 3. Send them be kind on Name who say, Omudin Jinasono Efri Hebrews chapter 10,
yes,
verse 25. Now, Pacho answer na yebe room no. Pacho be to be akache near Hebrews chapter 10, verse 25. What it's trying to tell us.
In the Hebrews chapter 10, verse 25 from or say na moma ye nyai ye hu nhyiamu. Said ye ebinum ye no. Na moma ye ntutu ye hu hofo. Ebra bredodo a muhu se eda no eben no. Nti say ye jai say ye shia say ekoso shia say nipa sa asafo say ekoso shia nti boy enkoko say ebra no nso eben enu nti say shia na yetutu ye hofo say ne be ya betumi atena yi
na adi nti na sofo ehu hia say a brini bribiano is to say you always have to be regular in church activities, church meetings, and communion. Why is it important for such meetings? Why is it important for each believer or each Christian to be always available for such meetings and the communion, most especially? Okay. And what impact does it have on the believer's spiritual life?
Right. So as Hebrews 10:25 teaches that God's people should keep gathering with other believers, and not to give up on worship or a faith community, even when it's difficult to do it. The verse warns against habitually abandoning church fellowship, and it reminds believers to encourage one another. The reasons are numerous. So, one, it's we meet to encourage ourselves.
Okay.
Yes. Nti abribia ebehia no, ye hye ye ho nkran. Ebia obi aboto. Nanso se ye hia nkomodie mu no, wo se wonu aboto a obetumi agire nyame asem so ahye ne nkran. Nti onfa reho na odi free bae no ensanko echa so okofi a odi adwemfoforo na eko o se ebra ye hu se bre no ben no ye da sorry nyina na bre no ekọ enti enura ne nne enura na wachiri a enne aben kakra enu enti se yekoso hia na ye hyehye ye ho nkran gire nyame asem so na ye hyehye ye ho nkran se ne be ya ye mfiri twero no ho ana se ye mfiri nyankopon asem ho na mum ye betumi atenam na aboa ye wo ye nyame som enyinimu
na mpacho asem na MIT says or CBB super.
Yes.
Now it sounded more like an instruction.
Yes.
I mean, what is the meaning behind that instruction? No, not to absent yourself more than 3 consecutive times from communion without sufficient reason. Why this instruction?
Enti senia o si su dua no. In fact, emfaso a ewo ho se ye beta ye hia no de ye ntumi nkan wi edoso pa na emum osi su dua se ensese oto adidi komu prensa a enyina bibia so nti you have to give good reasons for being absent from communion na yenim se awrade adidi no communion is treated as a regular spiritual obligation, not something to skip casually.
Okay.
You don't have to skip it for no reason. So absence for more than 3 consecutive times is a warning threshold. Yes, if someone repeatedly does not come to communion without a serious justification, it suggests that either the person has lost faith or the person is failing to care for his or her spiritual life. Inti eno na ehia se ye manipa no entena fie nyinani. Eno nti kokobo a esi so ne se ensesa oto adidi komu emprensa a enyina bibia so a untumi enka hwe se eno a se bosome na hyase a ekwawrade adidi no ma the following month ma another month ma na chese ase ko wachi nkakra nti asofo ne ahwefo asafo mpanimfo ebo moden se abribia no enam se ye wogidie ewo awrade adidi kono na fei eye nneoma bebre ma ye nti se obi atumi de ne ho hyemu bi ense se wotwe wo ho firi mu na ma onyamesom akwachiri na fei enema papa ewo mu no nso abo so obi anya nneema papa na ewo adidie no mu no bi eno nti nsesa wotwe wo ho saa
so for inti say without sufficient reason me pese me bisa what are such reasons or we to me aka say this is a reason that would be excused send it pan into me emba erade didi communion no ase. Are there any particular some examples of reasons asofo no asorin paying for no muje tu anamuka say we there is sufficient reason send it pan into member for that long?
Okay. Yeah sumemu de say ade a ebetumi ama obi enkwa awrade didi ane say yemo wasu na enuoma aka no de bebre ti na Bible no say so ho hwe ma onipa nso no ho hwe ansa na waba die na se enti eyewo ne nyankopɔ entamu nkita ho die enti enema enkae no de say ebetumi aba say obi yare o yare a untumi ma asore say yenimu a enti na da bi ebekɔ awrade adidi no omo a omo ntumi ama bi a omo nyini a omo ntumi ma asore no yesoma de omo de yekoma o
okay
yes obi ho a oyare nso a untumi ma asore a yesoma ema ye de koma o
okay
enti enje de nyina enuoma ahodo bi so a wo be ka se no nti o ma awrade adidi na enura kora na me ka wasore se edu sese yakoye se edu awrade adidi a ya na nkomia no dodo no eta egu ho na enye very good sign enu nti ese ekoso bodawu ese ekoso di nyame asam kire se ne ebe ya asafoma no be hu hia se oni awurade benya san kita hudie no isan se ye abribi ebekọ awurade adidi bia no ase ye hia wayo abako ho a ye didi no ye ne nyame ka tirimusam ne enipa owo ede mayen awurade adidi mu no eba mayen enu nti ade nti na se obi betwe ne ho a na one awurade emeto nsa enedi ye se epenyame nhira ye penyame bambo na duane de ye mpe ese ye pe ano nso ka ho isan se ne mapapa wo se ho hia fa nyame nhira so.
Now Mr. Being able to be part of church meetings regularly, you know, onim say assuring phone, assuring mano, it's not every day, and not ebimu etume ye because of certain challenges that happens. Yes. But over to me about some of these challenges mane basa and how best we can also try to avoid or some solutions to these challenges.
Yes. Yeah, we consider bebre esinipa kwanyama common to me emba sorry to so say na ye hwehwe say beba no. Nti ha no metumi achemu be miensa. Firstly, practical and lifestyle pressures. Then relational and community factors. Then spiritual challenges. Inti me shall say spiritual challenges were you bet to me anya apathy and spiritual drift. That is without intentional discipleship, people will tend to stay away from church.
Okay.
We have to disciple them so that they will know why they should be regular at church. Then believers can also lose their passion for corporate worship.
Okay.
And then and this can me say ba machi aba practical and lifestyle pressures na so a. And then you ma bebre aba nipa kwan mu a e the pressure betu nipa so. Aka ne de na utumi wo be 10 go okra school kra emfa ho so obehwe but enne wo baba akokra wo hwe se wo de be du ba bi a ewa anim enu nti adwuma ye ene asetena mu nneoma a egi nipa mre ne egi nipa adwen esi kwan kakra ewo enipa asorikom ena fe ye hwe community and relational factors ben so a ene atutena adoso baabi a yetete no enye ho na ye kwa asore enam se enipa atutu akomia mia bebre a eye den se o mbetumi aba asore ntoato so se ne ana etika no me fa baabi a me ya asore de ye hwe so se ya enne no enipa no bebre atu nyame ahira o mama binum akosisi o mdan wa chirichiri nti ubedi traffic musa obeba soro kra abadu ona yapon nti ene na obehwehwe ba bi eben ewo ne ho na wakwa asore anase ende o makra enu nti saa ne ma nyina ka ho na ama asore ko se ne na yehunu se etie no se yehunu saa inipa tutu akotreten akiri adwuma yemu pressure ena spiritually nso nipa dokra so akofom nipa do a wo manyame ne nyame adwuma no akofom enti se ye de ye ho ehye pa no gise nyame bam amen
enti kwan ben so na yebetumi avoid and to some extent decrease some of these challenges. Now we can avoid it completely.
Yes.
But how can we decrease it? Because we juma want to make us
sorry. No correct. Inti eneno far from COVID time.
That's right.
Ibe who say COVID by na yenhia anya sore but obi ati ne fie kura with technology yetumi eya sore. Some of the churches have adopted this practice. The recent men's ministry week kura no minim a district in Kaneshie area they were doing online service.
Okay.
Yes, and it helps. Omo be yon bibia ho na omo e de sua na esese omo sua. Enu nti afen so enipa nso betimi ahyehyɛ ono nso ne mre.
Okay.
Obe plan you plan ahead.
Okay.
San say unim say ene obekɔ ha me pe the style ebinum kwadwuma o ma soro atade ehyehyɛ on bag ofie adwuma onko fie
Right.
obɛhyɛ asoro atade no wafa asore ye pon ana wakɔ saa ne ma nyinaa ye kwan ye fa so na ye de boatumi asi challenges ya no na yetumi ahia se asafo.
Right. Right. Now so for patrol say ye shame every time, you know, faithfully coming to church, you know, and a communion and so how does it bring unity in Kabum to the church, to the members, to the body of Christ? A ban saying quite ben sooner it to me in Kabum eba ena quite ben soon sooner it to me a boa ema can I say witnessing
good
of the church community too. So how does faithful coming to the church no uba abribiano edin kabom eneba kwine benso and then the witnessing as well?
Bible no aka ye anchor text na ye kenkan ye no say mama ye nya ye ho nhie mu na mama ye ntutu ye ho fo nti empan dodo a ye hia mu na ye tutu ye ho fo no wa na ka ye bom ye hu ye ho say ye nipa baako ena fei ye ba asore nso na obi adanse die tumi hye obi nkran ema onya gidie ene arehemu wo awurade mu nti eno ni nyina nso ye mfaso no bia ye ka ye ho abomu a one ye hu ye ho se ye yabusua eno nti abusua de obi kwa ahokyere mu a obi tumi boa no eno nti ye wa asore mu no obi tumi ba asore na ohwe ne tebea uhu se ohia moa aida se empaibo mu moa anase moa foforo utwi ben onipa na obetumi aka asem akere wa it will call for prayers anase it will call for counseling eno nti enkabom esom no de emfaso bebre na eba eno nti na ense se yete ho wote ho to aso a na chese ase wo fi gidie no ho ena obonofo no so obenya wo ntam isan se empen dodo a ye hia mu na ya bom pa ye sua nyame asem na ya sere nyame adom no eboa ye ma ye ni ba ye ho so nti wotwe ho twe ho a na chese wo kwachiri dodo eno nti ne metumi aka wo ho eno no
so for na one paying for no say when your examples sorry to me vessel maybe we saw kakrebi communion no one kasawa brabo how has it impacted you to me and check some of the impacts of being de bia so ko nyame edidie no how has it impacted you abrabo and your spiritual growth?
Okay, me that say already did say edru ho na mankobia na me meye sofo no kra
okay
say mankobia me ho enkenten me
okay
isan say ya kire ma hu say ene pawo na saa ne pa na ewo mu no emu bebre aboa me ye di kan no me hu say Yesu ni wuo ni wu sɔreɛ ni moja enom ne emfasode a ewo mu nyinaa ewo awurade adidi no eno nti ogye bambo mema famu de me hu sɛ ayaresa pa na awurade adidi no ade abrɛ me
okay
yes ayaresa wo mu eno nti me hwe kwan se odi ugidie hyem se obi yare na odi ne gidie hyem pa na ohu se Yesu ni mogya no ayaresa wo mu na ogina so kwawurade adidi a ebeje no eje menti na me kasa no nti ayaresa ayanama
ayaresa that's bebre so you've shared this with us. Number one sana yebekono nyetwa to my final words on the rules of belief number 3.
Medase. Nti rules of belief number 3 no. Ne ya kan fi ahyase bedu ehane ne se ensese uyi wo hu free agidifo nhia mu ensese otwe wo hu bebre sa se Bible no say mumma yenyaye yen hu nhia mu da nti no matter how difficult the situation may be, you have to try as much as possible to join each time the church meets, so that the goodies in the meeting you will also be a partaker.
Right.
Okay.
And I mean, sure, we bring for Pastor Isaac or being Adolfo, the Command District Pastor. I mean, in sure, we bring Adolfo ni Ashefo who share apostolic insight, rules of belief of the Apostolic Church Ghana and idea bro. Number 3, you see in you who in free in shemu the meeting of the gathering. Don't take yourself out of it. And also try as much as possible to partake of the communion. As a believer, you need it. You can't go without it. Even God said, Yesuka said, munye way in remembrance of me, if not for anything. So for so my I says, onunya healing efrimu. Into we are now you can access healing through communion. So make sure you are part of it. And there na yedibesi apostolic insight with me, your host Jasmine Ayungo. Mesrewa Elko Bibia Morning Express. No, we are still here. We promise to give you an edifying experience. So as part of it, they fine arts, any music, any bro. Elko Bibia, just relax, enjoy that segment whilst we bring you the rest of the Morning Express. Stay tuned.
What if God showed up here? Not the kind of showing up we tweet about. Not the goosebumps that disappears right after service. But the glory. The kind that silences arrogance. The kind of glory that makes pride feel uncomfortable. The kind of glory that enters a room and suddenly pretense and hypocrisy are exposed. What if the glory of God comes here this minute? Would we be distracted with our lifestyle? Would worship still feel like a routine? Would prayer become our last response or first option? How dare we want God's fire but reject his refinings? We always say, Lord, fill me. But have you ever made a room? The glory of God does not compete with clutter, and light does not negotiate with darkness. Maybe the question is not where is God? The question is, are you ready for this glory? Because a moment in his presence can change a lifetime of wandering, and this is the glory experience. When the glory of God enters our midst, the ordinary becomes sacred. Dust becomes destiny. A tent in the wilderness becomes the dwelling place for the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Isn't it strange that Moses built with human hands, yet what made the tabernacle unforgettable was not the gold, not the curtains, not the craftsmanship, it was the presence. So, I ask again, what are you building without God? A ministry without his presence is noise making. A choir without surrender is mere showmanship. A prayer without faith is a tiring repetition. This is because the glory of God was never meant to be a decoration in the sight of the audience. It was meant for total transformation. Are you ready to be transformed? The cloud covered the tabernacle. Oh yes, it covered it. Meaning there are moments when God does not just visit us, he takes total control. This is the glory experience. Because the glory of God is not about light on a stage. It is about the darkness leaving a soul. It is not about emotional moments, but divine encounters. This is the glory experience. Here is the most difficult question. If the glory of God should come near, would you run towards it or hide? Because the glory exposes hidden things. It reveals what applause can hide. It searches the place we locked ourselves and tag it private life. Yet somehow the same glory that convicts of sin also heals the brokenhearted. The same God who fills the house can scatter everyone within a twinkle of an eye. So tonight, don't just ask for an experience. Ask for an encounter. Ask for a change in lifestyle. Ask for a heart prepared enough to receive what the heavens would pour on us. this moment, open your heart, open your soul, open your spirit to receive what God has for us now. This is the glory.
Thank you so much for sticking and staying with us, still watching the Morning Express here on TAG Television. We are coming to you live from our studios here in Adentan, Frafra. A beautiful spoken word there by Mavis, the glory of God. Mavis Nyankopon, Oinshira Yepa. Rofo Edumra, Yebeko, Eye Enkomudiemu, Enkomudia, Ewihia Yepa. Yenina yenim, Eye media, Ahodro, you see, ye share a befo. There are several types of media. Ebi boyen dodo na boyen ma etimi di adwuma ye de bi suade ye de bi nsu di agro edi dwumade pi emofra kra mpo awofo bi etimi di eye media ejeje omani. But the danger is when we get into addiction to media. Se ekobase media no edidi emu akọ kosip se yentimi do without it. When it gets into addiction, then trouble looms. And pay your babedi and komo afa addiction to media. A media addiction. Like I say media, I would obey crown a woman. At what point and I'll be who say why you're addicted to a particular media platform. Now you're addicted and so a quite bay and I'll be faswa ubitimi a free mu. Every way in Komopi and the Babedi and ne anope na ne obeboyen amyedin komoyi amayantiase ewon sewi wono yenya openi kese pa yankasa yendofo ene yem papa Reverend Father Nicholas Chumesi. Reverend Father Nicholas Chumesi ono anope oba na wabeboye enkomodie. Reverend Mpacho yem wakwaba ne anope the Batak TV so
that's it.
Na Reverend Pacho ebusuafo ho etesei
obia ho ye.
Wow. Anse ebeko media no mukra no mepese obeka me bi kakra etufu kakra ensu etuto ye. Enipa pi aye this place ebi mo ho nso a afom neoma enkrahye sem kakra be na obeka kire yahwefo yi anase ahwe ye nsem be na obetumi akakire ansa kra na yako eye media nkomodie ni mu.
Nyamekane se ne si na no adwoada ne de se yenyina ye nitua na arehosam ohwe senia nkrofo niema nkrofo fie nkrofo japade ene akra ehwere won kwa no na arehosam na so nyankopon abode no senia tie yentumi onipa yentumi mfa ye pe ensi bibi kwan nemom ne betumi anse ye behwe ye ho so yie kwan bi oho na se ye behwe ye befa so a senso to a ense ejapade ensuo wo ne kwan efa so a ye man enfa so yenko nyase ye de suban boni bi be kwa akosi ne kwan ana ensuo na etene ko no na ye de bibi akotum na afi akọ ade aho kire anfa mre yen ya edebebre yen nua bi ntm say behaviors bi ohonomo a esese yan kasa nso ye den ye hwe ho so enka ebetumi ne esi enka ensi si ye hwe ho so ye atoto yen ne ma yi a enya hankwa ne nso to ba bia e kan yankopon abode ho nti ye ba ne sa mama yen hwe ho so ye na akwan ba bia akwan da no ne ye bia esese ye ya ebeboa no na yen nyina yen hwe so ne yenye na mmoa ye nyina
All right, that's be Reverend Father. I say ne bi o hwa etwa se yenya mo me yenye ahweye na afensu emboa yenyina. Eno nti adofo a wo hwere adofo no anopai yegina ye tactive fidie so ye de mamo yakọ odofo hwere wa eyeye mpa ebo ne se Awurade Nyankopɔn obekra mo na ne ahwe mu nyina nso wahye mo anemu ebi mu ahwe agapade ebi mu ahwe nioma adwuma yednemo ejina wo mpa ebo na no pay se Awurade enka mo ho na onhye mo anemu nso. Reverend Mpacho beda ho edi akire yen kakra. Reverend Father Nicholas Twumasi mpacho diocese be enuma hodo be na wo ye ne hu kakra ansa ne yedi nkomo no kra.
Yo send our kind from Reverend Father Nicholas Twumasi. Me ne ekuo bi na ye adwuma. Me Roman sofo.
Okay.
Me ekuo a me ne om ye adwuma friend Hopeful Way Foundation.
Okay.
Hopeful Way Foundation ye adwuma ye ene se ye boa nkrofo a ene obiara efa ne friend addiction.
Okay.
Senia obi koto bibi mu na se ontumi free mu a obe addicted to it emmoa ene de bo ni panase obetumi a recover obetumi afisa tibia no mo.
Okay.
Me if you honso a ye boa omo rehabs and recovery in general ye sensitization e Ghana schools are sorry mo ni we senior be ya obi a oni tibia no mo so obetumi onkwashem or bekumu a na wa hu se baby a mekoi enye na wetumi afim anti prevention and ye outreaches in the schools and the rest. You also you supply logistics like books and materials and for ebehwe so ediaboa omo ye addicted to substance and behaviors.
Wow.
And in a nutshell, addiction issues and we also help in training of addiction professionals.
Wow, that's great. Reverend. If
you also me Romans of Widia, me attached to Our Lady Seat of Wisdom Catholic Church.
Okay.
Oyarifa.
Wow.
And it drew a sorry anyway, so about to know.
Okay, na baby Reverend. Na yeda wasibium. Ya kasa fa media addiction hona de ebedi kan de yenhwe media no ebu nchichemu kakra. Obi ho a Facebook pe ena watie eno na media ma no. Obi ho nso a TikTok. Enim se media ne bi ho a yetimi de sua de ebi nso a yetimi de di agro. Obi chichemu kakra ama ya kasa media de ade kra na nchichemu ahodo obe ne wo mu.
I'm talking about media.
Yeah.
We are talking about the way we bring things out to the public. You know, we were in the past near what traditional media. Newspapers, open information and newspapers muna abeko. And our television abeka can black and white. And I call it and a smart TV abanyama pi ababeka. It's part of the media. Reporters call information on what they are tier for. Near cost no be answer I had at TB. And then near your warm summary, your friend digital age. And to see a media no, and you're more of the traditional media say obi a training about call information they are banning idea. Obi to me jina baby no afa camera no we say Ojina wotra na nkrofo hwe no baby abuchi. No they are 20 about media number be open space electronically into ama unregulated and so. Into says na ye were big time companies are almost so our platforms.
Yeah.
To say Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, X, Instagram and the rest. Omunyina so I open up media no enti about to say bibia yehwehwe bia na ebe okọ media no so sesi ubenya ni nyina enti ababeboa enipa asetinam and na we don't get information near course o baby onte ene de bibi
betikra na bi atwam
ene bibi nya is ebesi kura na wenya
That's
Yet the
true.
media, ocean media, no so be a nsuo beto weather forecast.
Yeah.
Sɛnea yɛka nsuo ho asɛm ne flooding ni wobɛtumi anya information na waboaboa ho ansa na
Yeah.
aba abɛsi sɛsɛ education bibia media na bɛyɛ so broad sɛ bibia wohwehwɛ biara no nsa
Wobɛtumi nya ɛwɔ media no so.
information biara wopɛ biara no you are going to have it.
Okay. So talking about advantages, just the media no ye pa. So how would you then distinguish between healthy use of media and then the addiction? What would you say is the healthy use or the right use of media by way of definition and then the addiction as well?
The media is there to promote the well-being.
Okay.
Sisi a yɛwɔ media yɛwɔ hospital kɔ baabi a even consultations in your media so.
Yeah.
Or you can Google your symptoms and now AI I'm our diagnosis anyway say even prescriptions near the internet me no media so inti ama asetenemu ayemre kakramai and ama information and can onya information papa.
Yeah.
Ubenya information na bi atwam ne ade but today we are looking at instant information.
Okay.
Aboa enipa ye asetenemu ama enipa ye akoso. We go on to the media for business, for relationship, for so many things.
Yeah.
And media no abe also professional.
Okay. Yeah, professional digital marketers.
Yeah, marketers
Yeah.
and presenters and everything.
Yeah.
It's an abe challenge and so edia mind. In a way say bibia yese enam papa bia no bonyoma eta ho. There are also abuses.
Yeah.
And the abuses are what I think yes say yehwe na yeka ho asem.
Okay. Any addiction, no, what would you say is media addiction? To say be a microphone, is it the number of hours I'm a phone? So is it the media? What would you term as addiction to the media?
Say you can't addiction in general. We are talking about something we get hooked to.
Okay.
We want to stop, we cannot stop. That is what we call addiction. Addiction has two major areas.
Okay.
We have substance addiction. To say, nyoma yede koye muma ye moja fa.
Okay.
Ekoye adwum drugs nensa. Nom koye mu. These are substances.
Okay.
And no yetumi ebetomu a we want to stop yentumi nyai na fe no ho nsensan so. And wo near enkrofo ebi omobe friend say behavioral addiction. A friend of OCDs.
Okay.
OCD, obsessive compulsive disorders.
Okay.
Obsessive, compulsive. And say a binary disorders. But media no a part of the behavioral.
Okay.
But media has obsession to it. It has compulsion to it.
Yeah.
And it also has impulsive acts character to it. You can say bibi obsession, bibi obi to me obsessed to bibi only by all means as a part of my life.
When you're
okay. You can say bibi a compulsive. I say push.
Okay.
Or to one I say bibi can say go fuck off corruption media and also with into obenya push be towards that media. And you can say bibi a impulsive. Or tiwa onim ne ha no cry all of a sudden na akwakoye bibi akwaye say na adwen cry na obe ewianse no my best na me nka say me kwakosha dey but all of a sudden mama me phone so what is happening into eno na be addiction.
Wow. That's very insightful. Into what should I say behavioral ewo ho. Into media addiction no it falls under the behavioral.
Yes.
After it's mere obsessive and impulsive. And they also means compulsive. Not just a compulsive no or why not say bibi share no say on TikTok. As a bibi share no so on Instagram. Obsessive no so just say ahyɛ so wanya ne ho
ne
ntɔ
ho ntɔ no
the whole day. Mekai some time ago, I'm saying internet nitikoe for a number of hours. Now, as a bit more very disrupted because their whole life seemed to be dependent on media and on internet. So that could be part of the obsession. Just say wanyana ne hunyina eyira. Yeah, and the third one you are talking about is the impulsive. Oh, I didn't mean cancer show, but to be when I was spending 30 minutes.
Oh no, and I may share information to be by the time it takes the whole, almost 21 hours now or down to home. Oh, things are coming up and let me find this, let me look at this.
So why do people get addicted to media? Are they also why I didn't know among for being addicted to media?
Addiction. Disorder.
Okay.
That means a bit yare. Enti obi ohwa ne sa yare no adwen mo yare. A brain disease.
Wow.
So for people to become addicted, especially OCDs, what we call the behaviorals, they work the same way as the substance addiction.
Okay.
They are all brain issues. The brain reward systems, so Emma and Crawford addicted.
Okay.
What I mean by brain reward systems, na until you keep doing it, you keep doing it, you keep doing it.
Yeah.
But as you keep doing it, you keep extending. I feel now be a part of your life. I feel to me, I say ope. And that's the brain reward systems.
Okay.
Would be a Facebook, and also say Twitter, any of the social medias, would be information be about fine. And also why you post be you want to see the likes.
Yeah. In
Comments are but anyway say when you have some feeling based that reward feeling.
Okay.
So but that feeling is the brain working, is the brain reward system. And a time comes interfere with the brain reward systems.
Okay.
And open up and to mean close up. So I feel good now. So in the next moment, let me
do it again.
Let me go. Let me finish and go and do something else. Because the reward system is interfered and always open. You feel like doing it and doing it more and more and more.
Wow.
And that is the disease, NMR, addiction, and then the disease aspect of, and it's a brain issue.
Say the okay, you know, addiction. No, adwene mu ade.
Adwene mu yare.
Ade bia nipa no ye ne nesu keke ne mom ade bia ewo adwene ne mu. Are there people who will say are vulnerable to media addiction? Say social media, say any of the streaming platforms, even the gaming we see a lot today. Are there categories of people today who you would say are more vulnerable from your experience and work?
Yes, there are people who are more vulnerable, especially young people. When it comes to media addiction, young people are very vulnerable.
Okay.
Because Omona, as open them up that much. And as I have said, that brain issue, and you'll be and what that extended reward systems.
Okay.
Into be a media no bekoso, but we are no and you are close interest be able to be there no eye span. A ben any badges and a reward no open so much say or sunny panel are very vulnerable.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So the youth especially are at the receiving end here.
Yes, they are very vulnerable because I didn't so more. Oh yeah, when they John fine, but Arabi honma uni a new so, but constantly subjecting the body to that particular environment, you may get the disease.
Used to it.
And Obi need that reward system issue.
Yeah.
But constantly opening, opening
more
all year no opening up to this media no na more na open up or be vulnerable to the disease na fe we be disease no.
All right, thank you so much. Other for our share kasana no pay afa overcoming media addiction, how we can overcome media addiction. Ye papa amayati asie say addiction no adwene mu ade o ye ade no na adwene no ma reward when he eje ho ubehu ana waye hooked to it. There are different forms of media sene waka no TV a wo hwe ye wosu ye media ne bi, YouTube ye media ne bi, Facebook ye media ne bi, online platforms ahodo bi ho kra edisua ade ye media ne bi, ansa na wo social media de dididi nkomo de interact ene ade nyina afre de abeka obiom krampo akoye gaming yehu ni say ememre ni pi woto chacha ewo eye won phone so ene ade a. Once you get addicted to this, how do you overcome? Ye jidisa no pain comedy na be boawo na ye di kan kra wa anya addicted kra udi be di jume wo so di udi wi a na wa krosi na wa ko nim na so se bibi nti wa addicted na no pain comedy no so be boawo na watimi ahye wo ho so na wa free mu. Reverend, give us some signs of addiction. Ebia, me wo social media handles be brave. What are some signs, whether emotional, behavioral, psychological, ebe promise say, ade man hwe ya, me ya addicted. Because they be me call WhatsApp, me read the chats, me comment here man for post. What are some signs I be me who say ade me ya be addicted, and I be me who say my addicted to this media platform?
The signs is persistency.
Okay.
Why you are urged to all of a sudden now I offer a offense. Can't say and now because social media, but persistence I would persistence I will cause regularly no. Now who say no, there is a problem here.
Okay.
And a cause of anxiety.
Okay.
Anxiety is at a point yeah baby all of a sudden, you show phone. You say, oh, where's my phone? Nothing about so anxious. Many phone. I feel say, I say, be a few more. So vital.
Yeah.
And not just there is what there is a problem here.
You are getting addicted.
Yeah, and there are so many mental health issues.
Okay.
Interfere with mental health issues as
Reverend
well.
Boyemu Honkomo kakra. Some of the mental health issues are to me every addiction by way of effect of this addiction. Obi remua say na ye no insunsanso bay ene woso so that we don't get there at all.
The first one medic can even the brain reward systems, a mental health issue.
Okay.
Again, media no obey addicted to it. It comes along with anxiety. I feel depression.
Wow.
It gives people depression. Take the media from society. Many people are going to get depressed because they are hooked
to it.
To it.
Wow.
Anti-depression, which is also a mental health issue, part of it. And there are so many other physical effects as well of social media addiction we can talk about.
Wow.
One of them is also low self-esteem. It's a mental health issue.
Okay.
Some people develop low, because we will talk about social issues.
Yeah.
But obi ohane presence nyina ne life nyina ababe social
media.
Social media.
O shata de ne wetwa kre odidi ne wetwa obi oho tu nyina ne wetwa.
Enti that person lives with what we call the netizens. But it comes to real life, the person is not present.
Wow.
And no call public unfit into the public domain.
Wow.
That means a mental health issue.
Wow.
Low self-esteem. O projecting a home, baby you feel so be projecting a home social media. Because I heard they're fake people now.
Yeah.
You don't meet the person. But when it comes to reality, this person is found wanting and fit into the society.
Talking about low self-esteem, it be more media no and our social media especially more pressure pa because we behwe na damfo we aye we o influencer we wakoha na so dwune say oh na hade nti na media menya enduru ha madam fu hwe watoka from wa posti madam fu waye word madam fu hwe bia wakoduru hade nti na media menya enduru ho. So can you talk a bit about some of the pressures and how it influences people's life negatively, talking about low self-esteem from social media?
Yeah, you know, when people live their lives on the internet, they are not real. Obeko Akohon said, Obia present to be on the media. I mean, you think that is real.
Yeah.
But it may not be real.
Yeah.
It may be with AI, people can create anything.
Yeah.
And that is also another worry in social media today. AI creations.
Yeah.
Obibe to me, afame. Now if you were trying with my voice, now I'm talking.
Yeah.
Really, but enyemia.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
You to me the destroying Crawford. You to me at the manipulating Crawford. You to me the deceiving Crawford. Emma, ain't it? Oti baby na so obi or social media, you live your life on the social media, you think say this is the real world, which is not true.
Wow.
Meanwhile, go to the person's home, go and investigate about this person.
Different picture, cry.
And people are being deceived into fake lives.
Wow.
When they come to that realization, it has a toll on such people.
Wow. Talking about deception into fake life, Reverend. It told be a hana abia poppy up. Yes, say AI, send a wakano. Sa photo editor CB. We wait me out for atade. Now the atade na show. Now I'm a very nice king, portraying you in a dinner wear, even in a clergy, something that's completely different from who you are. And you will be a tramphony, or a soldier, nobody say Nipan wako soldier, and so go soldier. What tamatade A and the asheno. Who say what came, but what tamata then the asheno. Oh no, no, that's not came. These are becoming, very deceptive. As you are saying, how is that eating into our moral fabric? Do you think it's a cause for worry at all for young people? Showcasing something that they are not. How is that affecting our moral fiber gradually as individuals, as Christians, as Ghanaians, affecting our culture, our sense of reality, our sense of being? Is it a worrying thing at all to pose as something that you are completely not, all because of AI and Photoshopping? Is it a worrying for you?
It's a worry. It's a worry. But first, let me address something you said. You said, why be a pop-up?
Yeah.
I just want to highlight on that pop-up.
Sure.
Because it's also a sign of addiction.
Okay.
Yeah, phone no buying too much. Into unyanya let's be a wafa. So these are all warring signs of media, social media addiction, which we must be guided against. And then talking about the moral issues of fake lives.
The pretense on social media.
Fake lives. A man Crawford ebe so worry. Oh, if obi mitiha metioyarefa. All of a sudden, we'll say me I say me was New York. I say me was New York. I say me New York. Me kasa was New York. Madam, we sana me na was this on New York ni ade.
I go to America.
Into ube oti baby house. Oh, me na madam fu ya ye. Na me de me da hotel kurasi here. Me da hotel Oyarefa. Me da hotel Kaneshi miti. Enti that deceptive lives. A man Crawford. But you're so worried. Say, and a one kasana, why yes, it has a toll on you.
Wow.
What projects you in a way you are not.
Wow.
That fake life, will also lead you into shame because people are looking up to you as a big boy.
People have expectations of you now.
The expectations of the public is different now. Because you have projected yourself to be someone you are not. So that fake life will lead you into depression.
Wow.
When people come to discover, say, airport crowd nimbo. And now New York
Messi.
And at the end of the day, it will bring people morally. It will bring people down.
Okay.
And they make people to live that fake lives, and then they cause unnecessary attention to themselves.
Wow.
And unnecessary stress to themselves.
Wow.
With the public expectations of who they are not.
Wow.
And a bit of a worry.
Wow.
And
a
moral
bit of
issue.
a worry.
Yeah.
Definitely, out of all showing I didn't come after overcoming the addiction of media. It's definitely becoming a worry. Don't live a fake life and don't be influenced by other fake lives on social media. They may be completely different people in their homes. Ubisano Beka say we are scripted, a script. But a scripter, why are you painting a picture of someone that you are not? Are you not being a liar? Are you not being insincere? Se ujidini. We fatade no washe na more looking completely different. Gradually, no, na a ha or psychology. You are putting undue pressure on yourself. People's expectation about you will change. What's the sound background? What fatade fufurashe? Now people begin to get different impression about you. Obedrin say, wow, but you know within the heart of your heart, say, that is not who you truly are. Overcoming addictions on social media and our media in general. Reverend Afribe Boye Kakra, what are some personal strategies I bet me so that we don't even become addicted in the first place? And then we'll go to the second part for someone who has already become addicted. So for the first part, how would we manage our lives, manage our time? Because this phone there, now it has become almost indispensable. It has become part of us. Sisi upe umpo, it was on your phone. You go baby your number. WhatsApp groups, old school mates, your sorry cry, your WhatsApp platforms, your Telegram platform. So it seems to have become part of us. What are some personal strategies not to become addicted in the first place?
Yeah, before we talk about the strategies, there are some other worrying areas we need to also look at.
All right, then
we need to look at physical aspects, physical consequences of social media addiction.
Okay.
Being a sleep disorder.
Okay.
On say, obia what body clock within the person.
Okay.
A regulatory time order, time out sorry. Anyway, say, but when social media becomes addiction, when we get addicted to it, so many people go all night. They eat into they disturb their body clock into sleep deprivation. And no nebema once I say, Adiabachina, as I say, or okoye jumano, once I feel any into productivity. Or yeah, our schooler is the same thing.
Wow.
Time obenya no because now social media the body clock na alter ama abe affecting the body clock into ntimi nsua ade okọ adwuma nso a the productivity is low. Apart from the fact say there are some people oti adwuma mu kra instead so be adwuma no ne phone na da
social media
little space be obenya bia no now, the impulsive aspect na ye kan ho asem no bonso watwe the phone me let me check into the productivity very low into our productive life reduce.
Wow, and that's very dangerous
as people. School everywhere a problem de mind and physically the sleep na yenya no so our body clock begins to change until we need to take note of our social life.
Yes.
And so it gets affected. Perhaps we may talk more on that.
Yes. Mr. Okana actually imagine about social life. He say it me wo fie. Obo say oyere ni okunu emma ene eja no bi akura ne phone. Yen kasa obi an ho. Obi ate ne phone so sa de sa. Phone is anim say ya no akoda. Obi ho ne ne yere otefa sei. Ni kunu nso te ha. Na we hear the message. Obako betimi asre sa, then the other will be wondering what is going on with my wife. Or you be full free need them hokra need income. So how does this affect our social life and our relation? First, what's na kemwa? Public transport, utimi ni obi di income. Oh, kwa here for us. Say it's na kemwa no be out on the phone. No conversations, no talking. You do a obi hokra itimi ni twem. Because they need now on the phone. So how is this affecting our social and our relation as a people?
Worrying. Very, very worrying.
Yeah.
Let's begin from a small nuclear home.
Yeah.
A family, a small family.
Yeah.
What is happening today? Oko family mua. I'm going to visit my brother. Medru, me call my brother. Oh, man, no more dimrika. Oh, uncle has come.
Yeah.
We say, Nana, your wife, yeah. We interact. But it is changing. What is happening is Ubekono Nemba Eshedem on social media.
On the tablet.
Ne yere kra na beba no abichiawa. Ochiawa
Osanko
on social media. Because Obia ye busy on social media. Brother no cry no so cry addicted. Oko ye no mission at the ko bisa fast open social media. Again. Yensha say ebusia. Interaction ebusia there Nkatembia was set to plan to talk, especially at table.
Yeah.
And then what is so sad, even at table, you know, na table, no, see ye didi na ye bedi on common ebusia direction ben we want to take and where are we going and ubia son a papa and kwalani baby so moko school at the same. It is no longer there.
Wow.
Obekot a table, no, we are finding in this one. Sabaku na sabaku kita phone or just a family interaction. Is going down, which is a somewhat in here.
Yeah.
And family interaction, family cohesion. Meaning break it down. Into family life is what breaking down.
Wow.
So now kind of suspicions, so it raises suspicions.
Yeah.
Into the same papa no any obi kasa anajo na papa na or check for or banu who ya one and I do 12 o'clock on chatty.
Yeah.
The same thing about the problem speed about ebusium. Apart from the fact say ebusia cohesion no emwa is aye loose. Into ebusia no emwa. We don't know the people we are dealing with again in our homes.
Wow.
Into a big issue, especially for families. Now come to how do we do this? It's simple.
Okay, so Rev, even before you go to, how to help ourselves, we are Christians. Let's talk about social media, even in church. Obiti meet na asore pa no utwabet. And now or reply to Facebook messages. Preaching you koso. And I told them be a sadly, worship e koso no. No uniform, na utwa, no streaming. How is this affecting our spiritual life as Christians, even while in church cry?
Social media and spirituality. Let me talk about spirituality.
Yes,
what is spirituality? Spirituality is simply relationships.
Okay.
There are levels of relationships we all need. One, we need relationship with our maker, our creator, God. We relate with him through prayers, meditations, and other things. Another level is the relationship with one another.
Yeah.
We need relationship with every person we encounter. A part of spirituality.
Okay.
Again, we also need relationships with environment.
That's true.
And so a toy flooded by I affect you bia. So what I flooded, say what Japadia say, you are affected.
That's true.
Because who are then a cost now crying bed and
sure. Yeah.
Trees I were around flowers. They speak to us. We relate with them. We exist. Seneca said, the last tree dies with the last man. Why? Because we have that relationship, that connection.
Yeah.
Say, the tree, one my oxygen.
Oxygen. Yeah.
We will not survive.
That's true.
And I see a man no carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
And so we have that relationship. It is part of spirituality.
Okay.
That is why we need, Bible says we should take care of the creation. And that because we relate with every other thing, even the rivers, everything.
Yeah.
And lastly, spirituality is about belief systems, what we believe, and how we allow our belief systems to shape our lives.
Okay.
So now we're talking about spirituality and
addiction. Yeah, media.
Part of spirituality is that I'll go for nature retreat.
Okay.
To connect with environment. Be a Meko Kakum to hike.
Yeah.
Kakum Park to hike. It's my relationship with we say. But Obibako Kakum National Park, no kita tablet, no kita phone.
Yeah.
What is the connection? Or gather from?
No connection.
Only connection with a flower is seen in Chen, beautiful as it is.
Yeah.
Only that connection. Until we are reducing our spiritual lives.
Okay.
I sorry them. You come to connect with your maker. Now a whole NOB a day chat with Obia own nim no cry.
Yeah, sadly.
Obia own share on it.
Yeah.
Where share was Facebook. Until on enough bond, office on enough bond, but Facebook person. Meanwhile, the person closer to you, no crowd, you are only in Kasai.
Yeah.
Okotna saw them on where you phone. Saying hello to somebody because you are so engaged with a person who is thousands of miles away. Inti neighbor now wakotna ncheno crowd. Unhu nipa no crowd. This is but it is part of our spiritual life.
Spirituality. Wow.
I just said we need to connect, we need to bond, but there is now a break. Even with God, the time we spend to pray may have reduced because even Yakoto Okrasi a bonfire no crano. Yadjeno
message
Yadjeno more on
gadgets
on the gadgets information gadget social media. Spiritually we have become a little bit weaker.
Wow. We have become a little bit weaker. Beginning with the family, where who says social media, how ne we enkomodie, one wo ma nkita odie, one wo fa no mo, wa wo fo mo, yesere obomodinga na pe anwedru and a reverend father or the eba abemaye, how we can restrain ourselves or control ourselves or also overcome addictions in social media. But yeah, actually, only a bushate who din combo, mo didi, ube huana watch phone, a hard drain. Increasing suspicion between spouses. When him saw true phone, what so you didn't chen our sre, when him the other chat, definitely he or she would be suspicious. Woma e de yewa wani nje na wonso wo de ye obi yesero moma ye nhwe wonso ye na ye nsua de mfi ne ye mu say ye wa sorry say ye wa adwuma even connecting with nature say ne wa ka kire no ehu hia ma media social media especially enyi sankita odie no emfri ho. The moment that happens, our spirituality declines, not only with God but with one another and with nature. Reverend, this is very insightful. Now help us with the strategies, how we can prevent ourselves from becoming addicted. Now if we are, or more my addicted, so why?
There's what we call mindfulness.
Okay.
We need to create that mindfulness.
Okay.
You create awareness. Say, this can happen.
Okay.
So we should be mindful.
Okay.
Tembia yenya wa ya adwemu say we bet ade we betumi de akobonim. De ninsunsan so betumi aye bone. E ya de papa but in sunsun so no betumi ayebone.
Okay.
Inti there was understanding na. Tem bia ye ko overboard. Ye ya manabro so we remind ourselves to say there be idea way and try there because na fe you develop discipline.
Okay.
Discipline and kasa you be developer. Na ye de because that impulsive aspect no ewo ho. Enti you need discipline. Say baby push me cross kwara meet me then I say no I'll pause. To say I have to discipline myself. We need that discipline. I bet me and again we need the understanding. Say in the social media we are dealing with people and then events outside.
Okay.
But there are responsibilities. We all have responsibilities. And that responsibilities must be fulfilled.
Okay.
And we need those understanding. So, and with that, we will go on the social media. But again, we need to time ourselves.
Okay.
So, this period to this period, no social media. At least we have to set boundaries on social media.
Yeah.
Families should set boundaries. Table, we
No
have
phone.
a time to use our phones,
Yeah.
times for family affairs. Family must go on vacations, family must have activities.
Okay.
And again, developing sports and developing other aspects of life. Like
Okay.
we channel some of our lives into productive activities. Learning how to cook, cooking together and even artwork. Let's as a family do this. Some of our times, because social media, let's channel it into other productive aspects of that will help improve our standard of living.
Wow, that's great. So mindfulness, discipline, responsibility, setting boundaries, and developing other areas of our lives. Yen setting boundaries. Say ye be the dear yen kita phone. For phone to ho udi diya ubitimi asho phone so. You will fear it be a Saturday. Instead of staying indoors with children and family and hooked up to social media, no. Yen set a cooking contest. Ebia yen share no bitimi anwa angwamo very fast. Nina bitimi abwai to develop other areas of our life rather than being hooked up to social media. So be mindful, have a high sense of responsibility. Say adewe or say minyenwie enitimi phone no means some cry. Now make sure you set boundaries for yourself. Reverend, talking about boundaries, many settings below my phone way so. But me the set ABR from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. A lot of the apps will be inactive. And me also me person me Facebook right me. It will be inactive until I've permitted it or gone back to change that setting. Me this say we move so what a bit me abwai. Ubet me a set say ABR ma ba adwuma ma put it off all these notifications on silent. Kopim say be a mako break at 1 o'clock. All these settings on phone so bomode na hwehwem na fa ye adwuma wonim pa say wo so enso won set it. Now was you man sheda minim na mekoye. There are various aspects ebeboyeng. For someone who has become addicted already, sisi obeye ndey no afrim.
Obi awabe addicted, that means you are talking about a change in the brain.
Okay.
And when that happens, the person needs a therapy. There are behavioral therapies the person must go through to recover from that addiction. So this person is training, proper therapy, psychological and all those things. Because some people have become psychological dependents on the gadgets and the social media. Such people catch and say, stop this, you are wasting your time. The person needs proper professional to deal with that person. To go through some of these behavioral therapies to help this person change.
Wow.
Yeah.
That means we are addicted now. Obama saw a Hopeful Way Foundation. Oh
yes, that is what we do. unfortunately, and yet that person alone.
Okay.
Because addiction always a family disease.
Wow.
Whenever one person is addicted, it affects everyone.
Wow.
In the family. Or your father now neglected or family, your family is affected.
Okay.
Sometimes they develop what we call codependence. And it's a whole family therapy.
Okay.
That must happen to help the family come back into normal family life.
Okay. Enti ebusuani nyina betumi aba na wabo omo. Na omo ba waso ya, what are some of the things you will do to help them? Obi hwe bi opeso mbraba osro se obebei ebi am begina da ho beye na woche ana beye se bosome ahodo obese nkran kakra ebi obi are addicted obeso oba Hopeful Foundation nkran hye na ode be ma oba then na obeka ebeti mama na koma ato ne yam enema ni be just briefly to encourage people to walk in, to seek professional help from you.
Oh, sir, yare na de ba unya wenya. O yare nso a enka so me yare nti
me soso.
O so yare so a nneoma ebe
say. Yeah.
Nti it's good to know, sir, if you have a disease, addiction can become a disorder. A disorder is a disease, an illness in the person. And if it happens that way, you need a recovery, you need solution. You must cure yourself and cure people around you.
Okay.
And if you get addicted, it's not you alone. You are also it's having effects on the lives of people around you, your loved ones.
Okay.
And don't be so selfish.
Yeah.
Social media, enipa be so selfish because they become self-centered.
Okay.
At the end of the day, they become lone rangers. Loneliness is part of the consequences of social media addiction.
Okay.
And we help you to organize your lives and then to the cognitive aspect of coming back and living normal life.
Wow.
We help you go through all that in order to recover so that you can live again a normal life in the family and in the society and to get rid of all this self-centeredness and the rest.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Answer before your final words anyway, me say be the number we be tuja and I'll be chire be a Hopeful Foundation wo na obi epem wa wetimi aba. But before that and before your final words, ebi me who say me nu bi oya addicted, me who can be oya addicted. Is there anything I can do to help them? Ebi kra me your chire ni me who say abofrey obesku a the phone is there anything we can do to people, to help those around us, say, realize so more addicted?
Quickly, let me say something. Social media now, especially from Kwara. What we are, as I say, our phobia, obi anebane is not the phone amano.
Yeah.
Oh, go video, man. No, video, video, ni we say. What akwala is sunti? What we are doing, we are damaging our own future.
And boss, Reverend, this is a very major area, and I heard a very serious argument among parents. Obisi wanyesa akran be so hanadwin. Oh, sorry them. But once say there be adewoya e be prak around. How serious is it?
Very, very serious. Because akwalano be what you are teaching akwalano say in future akwalano be dependent on society.
Wow.
On to me and also be a craving for everything, crying for everything. Everything must be given on your productivity.
Wow.
BBR it should be given to akwalano. No parents, no person will take care of you in the future. Makwalano nsu obesu amaninsu.
Wow.
Enye BBR na adbe makwalano. Ma akwalano nsu ase BBR na hokwa.
Wow.
You must struggle for everything. Before you get something, you must earn it. Intisade na yede share man kakra na yede we are destroying, we the parents, we are destroying our future.
Wow.
With our children, the way they are going to take care of us. Omo be self-centered. Omo bibia they cry for it. Omo nye productive. Omo life abe to say obia ya pampana obenyi nyina no ode sa behavior no and ode enam enti for the future of nkwala no very very necessary say mayemfa phones ni social media and training at this time omunyi ansana remember Australia pass a law under 16 no social media very
That's
good.
A very
I
good
hope
one.
say Ghana will toe that line because we are training future lazy people and people who are coming to depend on the state, on the country. Now, how can you become productive when you are glued to your social media? I mean, what this year the amount? Onim say you best struggle for
bibi.
Onim sa because social media the training no. Osun pe na the bibi ama no. Obesun sa ma ye oni a obesun a kire government no ma me adwuma. Onim say you create adwuma. Enti for the family, for the nation, a big issue we need to start thinking about this. Social media usage, especially for nkwala.
For children, this is a very big one. Or for our shame, meaning say, wow, unim say, utibu abu for because yebi. Akorani swa now the phone man. Sometimes cry or no be phone or no be tablet because or pese or book game just because the child is crying. This is a very big one, Reverend. Meaning say what touch on a very sensitive issue. Now our phobia just a mayende. Abo friend you swa hamaji me ye juma. Intimate man the phone man and fan YouTube then I mean.
Abofra de all the manner obeje use. Almost short memory span. Inti one farmer no swan obeden na obeja na we
Okay.
Inti but men can say me emfa emma no cry. Man time and then odisuan there.
Okay.
We teach our assignment Gina fire 30 minutes.
Uvia
no aje phone.
Okay.
And fa osun oye den on. And fa emma no and function sir.
Wow. Your final words, Reverend. And pay wakasa pan aboye very sensitive issues of our lives. What would be your final words to our viewers? My
final words is that social media is good.
Okay.
But at the same time, it destroys so many things. Okay. So many things are coming up. It has become a venue for sexting, sex. People are watching pornography, are getting hooked to that pornography on social media. And I feel so grooming is going on. Bullying, cyber bullying is also going on. Until man affects them mentally. Obi a onim ne yakoso no be bully obi ordinary picture kwato social no be aka asem this ugly an ugly face na klanenya that's low self esteem. Well, and social media no though is good. But parents must know where and the sites are.
Okay.
Nkwala no eden omoko.
Okay.
Whatever is happening, parents must monitor.
Wow.
You're good, but at the same time, very dangerous.
Wow. Thank you so much. Obi you share Hopeful Way Foundation. Him for number be who I bet me afraid.
Hopeful Way Foundation. Ofi Accra, Medina, Adenta. Now call Arifa. Udru be a friend of Crossing. Ube branch off left. Ofi Adenta. Ofi Burina Barbe branch right.
Okay.
Kwana Echo Focus Hospital.
Okay.
Into a hall and a Hopeful Way Foundation.
Okay.
Number I'll bet me a friend 055 233 8793. Or friend our consent be a yabejo so na yaboao. Okay,
Reverend Yaminshra Bebre. So Abe Inshra Eddie Amai. Those were the words of Reverend Father Nicholas Chumesi. Anope Onea Kasapa. We're cheerful, meaning say wafemu abba. Mindfulness, discipline, responsibility, setting boundaries, and after developing other areas of our lives. These are the key points that we leave with you to help you to overcome addiction to social media. Sebiribinti wabaye addicted a Hopeful Way Foundation. Omuwo edema. Number ni biume 055-233-8793. Bomodenga nakoji emwa. Anyesa ebiti miya hao. Yepa. This is where we bring the curtains down on our discussion overcoming addiction to social media. Still watching Morning Express, coming to you live from our studios here in Adentan Fafra Hatak Television and Aushi. Mayentwe hutiawa yebesaba.
Welcome back. As is Morning Express, where we give you an edifying experience. I am Dr. Samson. We just had sports news, and I believe that was a very electrifying one. This is Tag This segment. Today we are going to continue our series that we started yesterday, and in the studios here with me again is Professor James Doku. Yesterday he gave us some insightful knowledge. He gave us a lot to think about, a lot to ponder about our businesses and how we can allow our businesses to stand the test of time, to stand even after the founder or the creator of that business is no longer with us. And today, we're going to continue that series. Today, we are going to learn about the architecture of longevity, governance, and generational transition. Prof, good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
How are you?
Great. About.
Tu parles français?
I can speak French, unfortunately.
Oh, beautiful. When we close, we'll speak the French. Right
Thank
now,
you.
we must speak the French, okay? Did you say quite so boko? How was your journey here?
Great.
We sound good. We sound good. So we want to veer straight into today's discussion, and this is part 2. It is going to explore the practical framework and legal tools that are necessary to build multi-generational resilience in Ghana. We are in Ghana. We are talking about Ghanaian businesses. Drawing on guidelines highlighted by the International Finance Corporation, IFC, in Accra. This session examines the institutionalization of family councils to manage domestic expectations, the formation of independent boards of directors to steer strategy, and the implementation of merit-based successions, hereditary entitlement, and embracing rigorous professional management. Ghanaian businesses can transition from short-term titles into lasting multi-generational institutions that protect local jobs and consistently drive national economic growth. Professor, this morning, the very first one is quite interesting. So, governing the family versus the business, the IFC heavily advocates for the use of family councils. How does a family council differ from corporate board of directors, and how can establishing one prevent domestic conflicts from spilling over into daily business operations?
Thank you, and thank you to our viewers. Family council, good idea from IFC.
Yes, sir.
But family council and board of directors are entirely different entities.
Okay.
Family council solve family problems, discuss family issues.
Yes, sir.
But board of directors take strategy in the interest of the sustainability of the business.
Okay.
Family council will discuss dividend. Of course, if they are invested in the business, they will expect return, dividend, employment opportunities.
Okay.
But the board of directors will discuss full disclosure, accountability, performance, bonuses for those working there, investment opportunities,
Yes, sir.
which family council cannot discuss that. So the two are entirely different.
Okay, thank you very much, Prof. Now, the independent board.
Independent board.
Yes,
great.
sir. Many small to medium enterprises, SMEs as we call them in Ghana, treat their boards as a mere legal formally filled with close friends or relatives. Now, what are the tangible benefits of bringing in truly independent external board members, and how do they protect minority shareholders and attract international capital?
Great. For small and medium enterprises, because of the ease of getting people. They bring friends, relatives. I don't call them independent.
Okay.
I call them companionship.
Okay.
These are people who cannot ask difficult questions when the founder or those managing the business are not doing the right thing. They cannot ask difficult questions because he's my friend, he's my brother, he's my relative, old school boy, girl.
Yes.
We're all from the same school.
Yes.
They cannot ask.
Okay.
Now, and these are people, small and medium enterprises want to fill their books, their papers with on paper. Truly independent board is the one that is made up of professionals who are professionals in their own expertise.
Okay.
And these are people who can ask you the most difficult questions. When you go wrong, they can look into your face and say, you are wrong. We don't do that. Now, companies that have their architecture built around a mix of board of directors, some of which are independent, especially when you even have gender diversity, having women on board. They are viewed by international investors as exhibiting good corporate governance practices. And these are companies that are likely to attract huge capital into their businesses. But if the company is composed of family friends, who is coming to give money to friends and families as a business? Nobody.
No one. Wow. So it means that the board of directors, I say, sorry to use this word, but they are hard-hearted. Like that.
Yes.
They don't care who you are because so it means that they own shares in the company
Board
or
of
they
directors.
don't own anything. Are they paid?
No, yeah, of course, when we go for meetings.
When they go for
if
meetings,
you are
they are
a board
paid.
of director, there is a remuneration for you. Okay? When you go for board meetings, a remuneration for you. But you must be professional in your respect because of your integrity.
Okay.
In our recent times, let's look back a bit.
Yeah.
In Ghana, when we had a financial crisis, the banking sector cleaned up. When Bank of Ghana came out with stringent requirement for one to be a member of a board in a Ghanaian bank.
Okay.
Stringent requirements. You must truly be a professional. Your background, your integrity, everything must be clear. You must be clean. Let me say in our palace, you must be holy. Yes.
Okay.
So these are professionals, and they know that if they do anything wrong in their capacity steering the affairs of the company, then shareholders' invested capital will go into the drain. So they are supposed to protect. This is what board of directors, for the sake of our listeners and viewers, because shareholders cannot monitor the company. They are largely dispersed, plenty of them as well. They are concerned about their small businesses. You delegated that responsibility to a group of people called board of directors, whose job is to monitor the affairs of management, to see management are putting things in the right place. Now the problem happens if the board is actually sleeping on their job. Then they say when the cat
is away, the mice will play. Okay. So they are like the police over the business. A court sideways. They have to speak for it to come back on track.
Yes.
So they scrutinize.
They must scrutinize. That is why they must not just be anybody. It's not just anybody who must be a board. It must be somebody, either you come from a legal background, because there might be legal issues.
You need somebody to represent.
Yes. Either you have a finance background, a chartered accountant, tax professional, because when they present the financial reports, you must have a different eye to see beyond what is presented.
Wow.
You must somebody who is IT or strategist. That looking at the numbers and the performance, he can just give you the strategy that the company can take to the next level. It's not just anybody that qualifies to be board. So bringing family and friends will not help you.
Family and friends will spoil the business.
Those for the business.
Those for the business. Okay. So for somebody watching us who doesn't know, the person has set up a business. The business is thriving. Okay. So let's take it that I am a business owner. I've started selling perfumes. And now I have more than 10 shops scattered around Ghana.
Great.
and I want to put in place a board.
Great.
How do I go about it?
Yes. Now, this business is a sole proprietorship because you own it alone.
Myself. Yeah.
You own it alone. So you are one man, we call it one person, or 1 month, one business. You own everything alone. So the ownership of that business is not separated from management.
Okay. Okay.
I'm the owner of the business. I'm the same as the manager. But when we have limited liability companies, companies that invited others to come and invest, be shareholders of the business, then that issue of board of directors,
that's when it comes in. So for sole proprietorship, like people who are doing side hustles and now they are thriving all around the country, they don't need things like that.
You can manage your own thing.
Okay.
Unless the company is becoming so big that, okay, let me also invite other people to come and invest in. So I call them shareholders.
Okay.
Then there's a need for board.
Okay. 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 So the person that has gotten a big company now and wants to implement the system of a board of directors, how does a person, so do you do recruitment for people to join your board, or you go on looking for professionals around and then you invite them for interviews? How do you do that?
You can get them from within your community, from within your church.
Okay.
You can just give them invitations.
Just the immediate people around you? Yes. Just that the person has to be a professional in their field.
Yes, to be a professional.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Amazing.
You can do that.
That's nice. So we want to move on to transition mechanics.
Good.
Now, it says here that a successful leadership handoff is a multi-year process, not a sudden event. What does an ideal phased transition look like in a Ghanaian corporate setting where the current leader slowly shifts into a hands-off strategic advisory role?
Great. I like one bit that you say a gradual process, not one.
Yeah, we don't hurry into it.
We don't hurry. You mean that one? We must begin to identify the successor right before we get there.
Like what we discussed in our previous episode. Okay.
Identify the successor first. One. Second, begin to train the successor.
All right.
As we speak now, big companies that know that our CEO may be retiring by 2027 already knew yesterday who must succeed and the kind of training they are giving the person before the person comes on stage.
Yes, sir.
So when you see, don't be surprised when you see or hear that this person is taking over. It wasn't like they just got up from bed and they said, we had a vision, God spoke to me. No. No, there was a planning behind.
Something went on behind the scenes.
Even God himself, when he wanted David to lead, planned ways back.
Amazing. The planning no here. You're sorry, I didn't make a decision.
That's why we fail so easily.
We fail.
So let's identify the successor. Let's give it the training we needed. And then when he come up stage,
yes, sir,
transition become easy.
Amazing. And I want to ask a why for this question. Why do many businesses struggle with generational transition?
They struggle with generation because they never plan for it.
They didn't plan. This is planning and focus.
Yes, anything you plan for, mean that you are ready for it.
Okay.
So I will not struggle with it. Let's assume you want to marry 2027. If truly you want to marry, you would have started planning by now.
By now.
If you don't, you will struggle.
Okay.
You will struggle, certainly struggle, or you may not be able to do it. So many still hold on onto the steering wheel because they never plan for it. So to them, it's taking them by surprise, or they are just not ready at all. Meanwhile, you are failing. Your health is not helping you as a manager.
That's true. So let's go to some challenges and then some solutions that can help. What are the most common mistakes founders make when planning succession?
One mistake they make is that every founder wants to just prefer inheritance over competence.
They prefer inheritance over competence. So baby dina die no. Eno no here. On hwe say nipa ko no ebetumi aye. Why do we do that? Papa no e wo company or ba bewu the first born onim ho hwe no dia man. Na adwuma na egu.
That is typical of a Ghanaian or African.
This is us.
They
and
want
it's
the
so
wealth
bad.
to be within the family. They say, I want the wealth to be within the family.
Yes.
But the best gift you can give your children is not to make them CEOs when they are not competent.
Okay.
Give them ownership, but not management.
It's true. Because I'm going to manage it will go down the drain.
It will go down the drain.
Wow.
Give them ownership and high competent CEOs. Look, the big companies, Japan Motors,
Yes.
Ford Motors,
Yes.
and the rest, have succeeded with diverse CEOs that were not the children of the founders.
Okay. Prof, I want to ask another one again. How can younger leaders earn the trust of employees and stakeholders during this transition? Yes.
Younger leaders, one, we must show that we are ready. We are ready. We can match up to the task.
Okay.
So I'm talking about developing our capacity to manage.
Our capacity, developing our capacity to manage. All right.
We must be ready to learn how to manage. You know, it is sad to hand over a business to somebody who will collapse it tomorrow as a leader. If the owner, you happen to be alive,
Okay.
you may get high BP and die.
That's true.
So
That's very
one,
true.
this generation must be able to develop their capacity. You must learn, go extra mile. So the question is that, are you ready to do extra training, educational training? Are you ready
Yes.
to do extra courses to enhance your capacity, your knowledge?
Okay.
Or you think it is automatic? I know for sure that when this person leaves, I step in. So it is, I don't need training. I don't need any qualification. That means automatic. Uber.
Boah. Okay, Prof. So moving on, I want us to look at the role of legal structures and wills. Now, many local business owners confuse a personal will with a business succession plan, leading to fierce courtroom battles among many family members or corporate arrangements. Now, should a Ghanaian founder put in place today legally protect the business from domestic family drama down the line? Now, if you see how when the person is about to get to their older ages, when they are getting aged, they are now a friend a lawyer, na lawyer be kuta or befi, lawyer so and so or befi. So, or yes, our family will only rear. It means they have to have a business will as well. So, it means two separate ones, or it's just two in one.
No, you can only have the business belong to the owner.
Okay.
As simple. Whatever the owner owns is the same business.
Okay.
I own my business.
Okay.
So I'm doing the will to cover those assets. We call them assets.
All right.
So I don't need
All
to
right.
do
All right.
another one.
All right.
But that will is very important because of our nature. You know, a Ghanaian or African nature,
Yes.
the problem that it creates when the owner is not there,
It's no longer.
even to the surviving ones, including the spouse.
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
So the will is to show the effective distribution of the assets
Okay.
for the sake of peace.
Okay.
Every business owner must do that. That is different from succession plan.
Yeah.
Anyway, the succession plan tells who takes over because the business must continue.
Yes.
Who must be in charge
Why,
when I'm not there?
Okay. Now, Prof, navigating family versus competence. It is a common dream in Ghana to hand over a business to one's children, but sometimes the heirs lack the passion and the skill to run it. How should a founder navigate family expectations while implementing strict merit-based standards for the next generation of leadership?
Great. It is a joy of every founder that when I'm not there, my child or my children should take over.
Yeah.
It's a continuity of the family, the legacy. That's what we say. But there is a but.
There is.
Inheritance is not the same as competence.
Okay.
The family has entitlement to the business. but that cannot be said about competence. You may have the entitlement, but you are not competent enough.
Yes.
The business may collapse. Why don't we hire competent CEO?
All right.
We put in the governance structures of monitoring,
Yes,
supervision, evaluation, and see whether that person will not deliver to our best interest.
Okay. All right. Now, moving on, and there is institutionalizing personal relationships. Now, here in Ghana, local businesses are deeply relational suppliers. Local banks and even key clients often want to deal only with the big boys. How can a founder systematically hand over these vital personal relationships to their managers without losing the trust of their clients?
Relationship and trust are key components of Ghanaian businesses. We can't take it out. But the moment clients begin to call the founder and not the company, we are in trouble.
Okay.
You will hear that, oh, should we call the company? Oh, no, let's call the owner. We are in trouble. So when the owner is not there, who are you going to call? So it should be a gradual process. Yes, the founder may have that relationship with client that brings the bringing revenue.
Okay.
But that must transition to the company. It shouldn't be the founder anymore. There should be a gradual process of giving that to the company.
All right. Professor,
The client's contact number shouldn't be in the founder's book. It should be in the company's book.
That's true. Prof, so today you've taught us a lot. Before you go, I want you to give an advice to Ghanaian companies out there. What would you want to say to great businesses that are thriving, that have not planned for their successes, businesses that have not yet identified the people who are going to success them? Tell them something.
Great. No economy will survive without businesses. Business are the backbone of any economy, including Ghana, especially small and medium enterprises who dominate the informal sector. But these are businesses that lack succession planning. The owner thinks that everything belongs to him, so he or she does what he or she thinks. Now look, you are making a mistake. Begin to plan your business. Begin to put system in place. You should rather be glad that your business will live beyond your age, or you could sit back and watch, oh, I like the way they are doing things, and things are moving on well. Glory be to God. The moment you die and a business go with you to the grave, you fail. You fail. So you have to put things in place. Now, don't just invite anybody to be a board of your company. No. You have more better people out there. Forget about the fee they will charge you. If you want the best result, pay the price to get the best results. But if you want friends and family, they will come and help you collapse the business. And they will go. They don't lose anything.
They lose nothing.
You will lose more. They will help you drink if you want to drink. They will help you to party if you want to party. You will lose. They don't lose. Separate your personal interest, family interest from the business. In fact, the business wallet should not be your family wallet. Don't go and credit things in the name of the business.
That's right.
Never. Separate the two. Don't do friendship with the business. No credit. You have to pay. Whether the person comes from your family or not. Plan. Never think that because your son or your child is so articulate, academically good, he or she must succeed you. No. No, there is difference between competence and inheritance. The two cannot be married. The moment we assume that my child should inherit me or continuity, that's when we lose. Your child has an entitlement to ownership.
That's true.
But that cannot be true of competence. He must qualify. He must be trained. He must be empowered. To the young guys there, just empower yourself. When the opportunities come, ask yourself, are you competent enough to grab that opportunity? Opportunities will always come. But are we ready?
We're ready.
When we are not ready, somebody else will be ready.
That's right.
It's not automatic that that business will be handed over to you. No, never. Will is important, but will is not the same as succession planning. We should not confuse the two.
The two.
That's what I'm going to say.
Thank you very much, Professor James Doku. You've been a blessing to us. We've learned a lot. Do not confuse inheritance with competence. That I have behind my head. And Tiwonso, so we'll set up business. And I say, Embrana Aso, so we'll say, Nipa Baku Bia, or Baba Beshe one name, Embrana Wuni Wana. Make sure the person checks all the boxes. The person is competent enough. The person knows the technical know-how. The person has the knowledge to be able to deliver when you are not around. This has been Tag Biz, and I was blessed to have here with me Professor James Doku. Thank you very much for honoring this invitation. God bless you. Up next is Trends and Vibes. Stay tuned.
Hello, beloved viewers. Good morning, and you welcome to the Trends and Vibes segment here on the Morning Express Show with me, Abigail Lefia Owusu-Bempah. Now, before we delve into our stories for this segment this morning, my verse of the day. And the verse of the day near faith, Jeremiah 32, verse 27. Also, behold, I am the Lord, the God of all flesh. Is there anything too hard for me? Inti anope ma Jeremiah 32 rekane de. Osi yen hwe oyo honam nyina Nyankopon na so bibiara eye ne yo na anope ma mpede meka chewan de. Nyankopon na yeresom no no otumazi nyina ye. Bibiara nyi ho a ontumi ye. Na promises biara ma waka fa wo ho biara no nso no. Oye Nyankopon na oye faithful. Into obeye ma abrodo inti mami hia wana pay mampede yanye de ma wujidin ombro 100% ehu wujidin ma onkosol inti nyajidi pa de menne mu biara no merikom biara no Yankopon obotum waye ma abrodo na hu do no so yaze na oye mache de obro adwen ntase do nyo no oye nso mo oye fefefel inti anopay the verse of the day no more catching Yankopon side nyagidi woni mu bibiara no ayefem no obotum wa yema ayefel na yereko nsam orutwa gu wontentan no do no oye former chief executive officer, former CEO of the National Food and Buffer Stock Company, oye NAFCO, one that is Hanan Abdul Wahab watching no oye dena watching airports oye memende yara otremui, that is 4th July watching Kotoka, sorry, watching Accra International Airports there friend then wa attempt there or be empty ne bank account there or bank account bia we freeze them account nti na chede onye kwan there okoyi ska woman oye bibia na chona watching no what's there or make attempts there ko empty account nche des ko wom no oli yini nyina onja one person po ntum na onam dem ntina was action wo Accra International Airport nti we no ye developing story mo be say chini nyina me de baba bobo mu wala wasum sha na atini ye twadon de Embrika Krey ya kansu yiri ho asem na wedey na yefa na Ghana Meteorological Agency so was 10 bobom worry my information. Interior Minister so worry my information. Nti ya tete bidama ye hunsu de nsu trouble nzamba bebre na orokodo. Nti ende dala show phone do. No that was send a message. Interior Ministry was send a message. And show phone do kwana ko share ho. Nti wa send a message there. Our friend then weather alerts were warning that there is possible flooding ahead, and then there is moderate rainfall that is expected in the Monday yala in your intended that was it can boy and kaina what's it there residents or friend then what's it baby in suno or ye prone of flood no one chance there were to one chance there where see one because in Sutobrini munana ye wanting to say one share one who do na baby a what it no one make some adjustments na de na won fi ho a obaha wa adwen nti yesra wona ye guda ye resolve ma o si dem jode bia o twemi nti yesra wona wonya asopa na wente my interior minister orekano sande Jmet nso no was the information about to go enti no won hwe na so na ye nyina yentu mentena asundwim na in the viewers verdict no my memo scenario be wonyonko o best friend ni na ya nyonko wa bro yes na na inya a friend then enya business idea be and then you were working towards it and all of a sudden you share it with your best friend onyonko bi sino nwa nti wonyonko mapa na ezi them idea inya na ache ama ono so webo de okay this is the idea you are working towards ena afizi mehu ya ne de onyonko wa set up business now business no very similar to the idea you shared with her and now with him na oba ne damen na ede ayawo because enyim da onyonko zinka ina che business nko no pose ideas beba de sister brother yenye ni de na so wanye ne dam no bom wafa wechi wakwa ye business the same in fact similar idea na oba ne dam so azino oyeye business no obudo koforeba worotonazi woye nde wasne fa onya clients na ze friend contract na ze nti oba ne dam no ye na echi wonyanku no hunde waya obon oba wonchen waba besre obon fache ezachen anope me question am be saying there is forgiveness a sign of strength or weakness adwende onyanku na oka business idea na trend na offer them business idea no koye similar thing no adwende why aza oye anade why aza oye bon na is forgiveness a sign of strength or weakness inti so yawa anka onyanko na why odem na ezibecha na anade emfanche inti mayente wonka woyen comment section woyen social media platforms ningi na do na yente ma wajen ocho them asemi ho. So this has been the Trends and Vibes segment on the Morning Espresso here on TAC TV with me, Abigail Ifya Owusu-Bempah.
Hallelujah, it's coming again. All roads lead to Accra, Ghana. 2026 is a significant year for the Apostolic International Fraternity. We're gathering in Accra, Ghana from the 3rd to 6th November 2026 for the Apostolic World Conference 2026. God is bringing his children from across the globe for a spiritual buffet. Registration is open from the 15th of December 2025 to 31st July 2026. For registration or inquiries, visit apostolicworldconference.org. That's apostolicworldconference.org, or use the details on your screen.
It started in Wales with hearts aflame. A whisper turned to a mighty name. The spirit fell, the nation stirred. The fire of Pentecost reoccurred. The spreading flame, the belt, the hand, and the glow. The fire is marching round the world. From Wales to England, Scotland, and France, to Denmark's hearts that caught the dance. The belt, the hand, and the glow. The nations heard his call. Revival, fire, apostolic flame. To Jesus, Lord of all. To Nigeria's shores, the message came with faith and power in Jesus' name. In Ghana's land, the truth took hold. In Sierra Leone, the story told to Cameroon, Togo, Benin, and Congo's plains. The spirit poured. poured like mighty rains. From South Africa to Kenya's land, Uganda, Zambia, take their stand. What else no? Yeah, then we'll sign and share and move. Your hand is upon us. Oh, from Accra to Abuja, oh, Kigali to Kampala, oh, Holy Ghost, send revival now. Oh, the worldwide flame across India and the Caribbean seas, Trinidad, Jamaica on bended knees, Brazil, Mexico, the USA, join the cry of praise today. Australia, Philippines, South Korea song, all nations to Christ belong. From Canada's cold to New Zealand's light, the belt of truth shines ever bright. I know the spreading flame, the belt, the hand, and the globe. Together we proclaim His love.
Thank you so much for sticking and staying with us. Still watching Morning Express, coming to you live on TAC Television, the official TV station of the Apostolic Church Ghana, where we are belting the globe with the gospel. On the Morning Express, the Edebrewa, edifying experience. You just want to pay, you me edify enough. Jasmine, all too soon we have to bring the program to a close. It's been a great morning.
It has been. It has
been. I mean, running through the segments, which of them did you really enjoy? Apostolic Inside, where you hosted yourself?
I think it was the main discussion.
Okay.
For me, that was a very insightful topic.
Overcoming addiction to social media.
Right.
Wow.
Right. It's a problem.
Yeah.
Most of the time, your problems are not the ones that we are seeing that are tangible. But social media, I wouldn't say it's bad. It depends on how you use it.
Of course, it's not bad at all. It has so many benefits. But when you see the
people, exactly, that addiction is a real thing. It's a problem. I know people are the phone in the home for 1 hour crowd also 10 minutes 20 minutes and only data so
let me catch you on this. How long do you think you can stay away from your phone? Minutes, hours, days, months?
I can go days.
Really?
I can't go days. If not for work. If not for work.
Wow.
Work is a reason why I always have to just be updated with what is happening, especially if I'm not in the office.
Absolutely, the kind of work
but if not, I'm that kind. My personality is some way. I'm that kind. I can go without it.
I know the power was in Mission Paul. Don't ask me because I'm not sure. But of course, it's always good to be self-disciplined.
Right.
Sometimes you just put it on flight mode, just put it on silence and hide it somewhere.
Right.
Adebakwa, Dr. Bikan Yeboah me pa, because health talk be ose ofa phone now. Osha to say it's like ode 5 kg of rice bag at 280.
Right.
Me kai sa de ni pe na. So whenever I do this, me kai pe no ma page phone they say. And you see the best way is to use the phone at eye level
exactly.
At the gadget.
Exactly.
Inti me say me aboa me pa.
Right.
Me yes say pe no ma kai. Because I cannot imagine 5 kilograms of rice a damn for several hours.
Yeah, problem.
And inti, this is all we have this morning by way of Morning Express. You did say aboa onyame admo china so ye wa ha eba abeye ashe Christo din enimonyam enche na watwe senne na 21 days na hyase and inti mesra obomodi ahye wo ho de wo wo nwan ne nkoko bi ofriji mu a enwie no preko because now what you send a pepe right from the 13th of July.
Right.
Apostolic Church, the Apostolic Church Ghana. We are seeing for Ninjano. Yeah, caught 21 days waiting on them. Me say from Ochana, yeah, the more details, bro. That's why I say Morning Express Jumedi. So 0504095351 0504095351. O Jumedi be opese obohu de ro. O ye asori program be opese ye hu de ma. Bra na ene yen embe kasa. Na opese o ye promo krampo a ya ebetima ye promo no ama. Enti frey ahoma trifo so 0504095351. The chato odofo bi edi ne birthday a fresa number no a ana send message bra number no a de obetua na ye ka tro kra ho bedwiru bibi kete na yama ewiase nyina ate odofo no enka nyame adom chena ye besan aba. Do have a blessed and a great day from us here, the entire TAC TV crew. You're from Henry Abozo. Now my name is Sister Bakope.
Jasmine, I know yours.
All right, enjoy the rest of the day.
All right, and news and brief next.
TAC TV, built in the globe with the gospel.